Fabio Vettiga, our very own Fabio Vettiga, helping the drivers out in the cockpits. And it's great to see the atmosphere. It looks an absolute brilliant atmosphere down in the Zurich Airport Lounge. In this race, as the drivers now climb into their cockpits, they're getting ready for the start of this next race. And the final race of the day, once again, it is Daire McCormack who leads the way from then... Apologies, just getting to make sure this is right. Yeah, from from Sebastian Job, then Dennis Schoeniger, then Sebastian Job, do believe. They are the top three at the moment who are going into this one, as we can once again, I believe now, see the standings once more. Just to remind everybody at home, there it is. It is Daire McCormack, Sebastian Job, Dennis Schoeniger, currently the top three, fighting for that championship spot, as well as then for that Ascari prize. The top three get the prize of the track day. We can now, though, take a look into the Ascari circuit with a little track guide going into it. Circuito Ascari in the south of Spain. A lot of its corners named after famous parts of other tracks and other corners. It is 3.3 miles long, that's 5.4 kilometers. And what a track this is, owned by Racing Unleashed owner Francisco Fernandez. And the Pagani can take us through a lap of this beautiful circuit. Absolutely gorgeous scenery. And what a gorgeous track this is. The layout, the corners, everything about it is fantastic to see. They come through the final corner then, on board the Pagani. It's just, you're always on edge through every corner. The track just dropping away from you, cambering away from you. You never really get a moment's rest till you hit the straights. When you get a set of corners, they all come thick and fast. This is where drivers could find out where to overtake. You know, they've only done a little bit of practice on this circuit this morning, so it's going to be difficult for them to see where to overtake and where not to overtake. We're going to get a 30-minute race around this fantastic circuit. And what an event this has been. Look at this section here. A chicane, you pretty much straight line it. You sweep round to the long left-hander. And it just flows absolutely beautifully. And look at it as it drops away to the left. You just got to make sure everything you do around this track is inch perfect, because you don't want to make a mistake here. Tight, twisty circuit, parts of the track, more flowing corners as well through the first part of it. Some good long straights to use that push to pass on. And the whole resort just absolutely beautiful as you cross that line. And the drivers will take to the grid then. And the lineup for the grid then is the race result of that first race. But here is the car they're driving. And it is the Formula 3 car we saw last time out on the road to Ascari here on Assetto Corsa. Absolutely brilliant car that these drivers are going to be using. Push to pass once again, I do believe. And this is going to be a fantastic car to drive. We saw how fun this was a month ago in our Challenger League and Racer League drivers' hands. We saw some great battles in it. And now the eSports Pro drivers get a chance to have a look at it. The All Stars get their chance to take on this Formula 3 car. Less downforce, so a little bit more simplistic. So drivers all lining up on the grid. The F3 car should be an absolute fantastic car to race on here today. As we are about to get ready for the race then. There is your lineup. It is Sebastian Job from Dennis Schoeniger, Daire McCormack, Colin Spork, Marko Pejic, Luke Whitehead, Gregor Schill and Rene Buttler at the back of the pack. They're all going for one final time at 30-minute race length here. Should be absolutely fantastic to see today. The weekend doesn't stop here for Racing Unleashed. We go again tomorrow for the iRacing event. But the lights come on now. 17 laps of this Ascari circuit. Who will be the top 3 drivers to take that track day at this famous track? And for the final time, we are green and go, and who gets the best start in the F3 car? Sebastian Job looks like he's a little bogged down as he tries to cover off at the front of Dennis Schoeniger coming in towards turn 1. Very bumpy, but I believe Dennis has taken the lead. Still side by side with Sebastian Job as they drop down in towards turn 2 now. It is Dennis who takes the lead from Sebastian. Daire McCormack coming under some pressure. That is from what looks to be from Colin Spork. Whitehead is in there as well. Here is Pejic, who's lost out to Schill. Gets back in front now, a big slide, manages to hold on to it, well corrected there, and Schill still trying to come back at him. That is Spork, who's all out of shape. So it is Dennis Schoeniger from Sebastian Job, Daire McCormack, Whitehead, Rene Buttler is up into P5, then it's Pejic, Schill, and Spork drops down to 8th place. Lost the back of the car coming through the section. 17 laps. Like we said, less downforce on these cars, so easier to just have a little wobble as that is. Pejic just having a look up the inside of Buttler there, then he now gets alongside him, coming out the left-hander as they flick it right to come back onto the next straight. Still side by side between Pejic and Buttler here. Great racing with Gregor Schill just waiting in the wings behind, round another right-hander, and it is now that of Buttler, who's had a big slide and a big moment in his round. And I don't think there was any contact. And Pejic gets going. Buttler has dropped behind Spork as well. So what a shame for the overtake car. And who's that off? I believe that is Whitehead who is off. Yes, it is. Pejic and Schill get past him as well. So drivers just struggling at the moment. And this is a replay of Pejic. Side by side, there was no contact with Buttler. And that is all she wrote. Round it went. And Pejic manages to get the job done. He had a little slide himself as well, so managed to hold on to that really well. You see the car there of Gregor Schill just bouncing over the curb, locking up a wheel as it drops away from him. Dennis Schoeniger from Sebastian Job, Daire McCormack, P3. Pejic up into 4th place, but he needs to be ahead of the 3 in front of him, because as it stands, 3 in front will be the 3 that will take home the prize. Obviously, pending the race result from race controllers, as he mentioned a moment ago. Schill trying to stick to the back of Pejic for that 4th and 5th spot. But he's just losing touch with him a little bit. We're on lap 2 of 17. Get to see a fastest lap pop up as well, and I wonder who that's going to be, because at the minute, Dennis Schoeniger here is driving fantastically. There's a As is Sebastian Job, though. The top 3 know what they need to do. It's not about winning in this. It's about becoming in that. It's about being in that top 3. But these are race drivers. So you tell them it's not about winning. They're going to want to win every race they possibly can. Very, very tricky to not overheat the tyres through the last sector. Drivers are going to have to tyre manage here through these 17 laps, as well as watch their pace. So it is all going to be very difficult, as you see the banked corner there as they drop downhill now. Sebastian Job just trying to get closer to Dennis Schoeniger, but isn't able to just yet. Through they come, down the start line, start P3. Dennis takes the fastest lap. Oh, Sebastian jumping over the circuit there. Really aggressive through the first couple of corners. He wants this win. He wants to gain on Dennis and take that race win. He only needs to stay P2, but again, these are race drivers. They will not settle for second. They want to win every single time they're on the circuit. Here is Gregor Schill then, trying to gain on Pejic for P4 and 5.